So, if you are running a blog, one of the most important portions of a blog is to get readers to your blog post. And most times we do this by creating social media posts. We put it in our stories, we're putting it on Instagram, Facebook, we're putting it on Pinterest. And all of these different places are generating traffic back to our site. Now, if you are a active blogger and you find yourself writing a blog post a day or a blog post 3 to 4 times a week, creating posts to consistently go out to social media is one of the hardest things to complete on your own, especially as a solopreneur. You're doing everything. So, one of the best tools that I have come across to helping with your social media campaigns is Missinglettr. It takes your blog post and gets quotes and tips and things from your blog posts through your RSS feeds to create social media campaigns based on that blog post. And it trips those posts for a year. If you have a time sensitive event or you're doing a promotion, then you're able to customize the actual promotion portion of it. But Missinglettr was created to create these posts for you to be able to go in and see which ones you want to send out, which ones you don't. If you want to add custom posts, you can do that. So today I want to go over the Missinglettr platform. I've been using it for about 4 years in my business and has consistently created traffic through these posts. I've always seen an increase in analytics from these posts. You're able to track your clicks for blog posts. You're able to see which blogs are getting the most clicks as far as clicking on that social post and coming to your blog. So you can see all of that when you come into Missinglettr. Now they have a portion where you have a 14-day trial to be able to go ahead and start using Missinglettr. So some of the features: the automatic social campaigns, optimize social content, you can promote guest posts, there's hashtag recommendations, and you can update the hashtags per the campaign. So instead of going through and adding a hashtag to each and every post, you can do it to repeat through, because usually if it's one blog post, it's going to be on the same topic. Content templates, schedule templates, medium repurposing, client approvals, custom URL shorteners, branded imagery, and ROI and analytics. So when you come in to do an automatic campaign, you'll be able to review it, you'll be able to regenerate it or reject it. So if it's a announcement post that you wanted to send out and it doesn't really need to keep going out, then you can reject the campaign or just get rid of it on Missinglettr. That way it doesn't regenerate and create another campaign for you. So they really work at helping get your content moving without you having to create different posts for each one that goes out. This is what you'll typically see with every campaign. You'll see the day, your social profiles, you'll be able to see the actual content that's going to go out and the image. All of that is customizable to what is happening on that blog post. Guest posting is the same. You can add a URL of the guest post and it'll create a campaign for you based off of that post and it'll push it. And that traffic can still be pushed to a different blog just adding a new campaign. So if you are into collaborating with bloggers, or if you are cross publishing, you can promote the URL by itself and not back to your RSS feed. If they have, once the public post is published, it's public, you can go ahead and just copy that URL, paste it in, and it will create a campaign. So that is the roundup of just what Missinglettr is. So we're going to go ahead and get signed up for this to start our free trial. And it gives you the clear pricing. So for solo accounts, it's $9. You're able to get the automatic campaigns, the manual campaigns, campaign editors, and the URL shortener. For the pro account, which is $39 a month, you are able to do the manual campaigns, edit your campaigns, URL shortener. You can create quote bubbles and customize them, custom schedules to be able to send out your blog social posts at certain times. You can do custom post templates, automatic repost to Medium, and advanced analytics. So of course that gives you more access with the Pro. For social media management, you get both for the solo and the pro, which is directly schedule post, schedule view, drag and drop editor, tailor post, and optimize social media images and supported social networks. So that's included. The support's included with both ones. And you are able to download the assets in your campaign. So the images that are going to go out on a particular platform, since you can't automatically post to Instagram right now, you can take those same posts and schedule them on something such as Planoly or Buffer and schedule them out to go out during this promotional period. So you have those assets to kind of use outside of Missinglettr also. So we have UTM parameters support, multi-language support, and GDPR compliance. So we're going to I'm going to start a trial for the Pro, just so you can see everything that you would get. You get a 14-day trial. There's no credit card required. So let's get signed up. Yes, we can keep in touch, which means you'll receive their emails. And then I agree to the terms of service and the privacy policy. Of course, I've already read them. So I will go ahead and click get started. This will take us to the screen to add our blog and social accounts. So the first thing they want to know is, what is your brand or company name? I'm going to put in the name of the blog and then link a blog post, product, or web page you would like to promote. So let's grab one real quick. And then we can add our Twitter, we can add Facebook or our LinkedIn. Okay, so I added the Twitter account and I'm going to click next. I'm going to set the time zone. And it asks when you would like us to send your content. So right now it's set for 3 slots. You can add more, which it will add according to the slots that are more active. So we're going to go ahead and move forward 4 times a day. And then we'll choose our default schedule. So we can do a light, which is 2 weeks for a post, a blast for 2 months, which will be 15 posts, or evergreen, 12 months to 9 with 9 posts. So I'm going to do an evergreen one. So it's going to ask if you choose your language. Since I have mine in English, I am set. And then it'll bring you to your branding. So the author name, the brand and company name. It will take an image from your social networks, or you can add a poll. You can add an image here that will be used for your post. And then a primary color. Once I have those set, I'll click next. It'll ask me to choose my branding theme, which these are some of the posts that the quote posts that would be sent out. So we can go ahead and choose the layouts that we like. I think I'm going to start with this one. Click next. And it's going to go ahead and finish creating your account based on the information that you gave. So we see up top it says trial mode. And once you get past those 14 days, you'll have to add your card. So once you complete that, it opens up into your Missinglettr dashboard. Once you log in, this is where you will always come. You'll be able to see how many campaigns you have to review, how many campaigns you have running, and how many posts are due to go out. You also have on your right hand side the total clicks that you have received for the different blog posts. And you'll see here that it'll give you week, and then it'll give you how many clicks you got during that week. Once you start generating campaigns or blog posts, then they're started to pull into Missinglettr. You will see down here the different campaigns that are available for you to get started with. So right now they're still going through the site and grabbing the blog posts so that they can go out. On your left hand side, this is where you have your Missinglettr menu. So you'll always have your site name, and if you add additional sites, you'll be able to do that here. You can add as many sites as you would like, but you do have a scheduled post quota, and you have a social profiles limit. I believe it's 5, but if you do 5 different blogs and it has one social network per blog, then that is fine for you to run as long as you don't hit your quota. So this is the pro account. So we have 5,000 scheduled posts that we can send out. Next is the scheduled content. This is where you will see a calendar with all of the posts that are added to your Missinglettr account. If you would like to create a specific post per day, then if you hover over a day, you'll be able to click create post and set up when it should be sent, the social profile to send it to, the content, and if there's any image or quote bubble. This will automatically throw that post into your quota and be scheduled to go out that day during the times that you have set in your schedule. You can choose all blog posts or specific blog posts. You can do all accounts, or you can look at posts per account. So that is the scheduled content calendar. Next, under campaigns, you will see that is broken down into different steps. So we have waiting, review, paused, canceled, active, and completed. The ones who are waiting are ones that have been picked up from your RSS feed, and they're going to convert them into campaigns. So if you get a new one, it will come through, and it has to go through the process of pulling out those quotes for those social posts and building that campaign for you to go ahead and review. And the review, you can go through the campaigns and approve them as you go. This will put them into your scheduled content and be pushed out. Paused are campaigns that are paused. You can edit them if they are paused. You cannot edit active campaigns. If you cancel a campaign, all of those campaigns will be under canceled, and any of your active campaigns will be listed here. This will show which ones are running, and then last you have which ones are completed. Once they're completed, you can regenerate a new campaign for it, and they'll pull the content out again, or you can use the previously selected content and create a whole nother year of posts based on that. That's one way that you really recycle those posts over and over again. The next menu is analytics. This shows your clicks for each campaign and each social profile. So if you want to see a specific campaign with just your LinkedIn or just your Facebook, you'll be able to track your clicks per social platform, per campaign, and through a time period. So you're able to have all of those different settings. The last one is settings. The first one is website details. This is where you will see the name that you've set, the blog type, which you can change through a drop down. So you have personal site and company brand site. The link to your RSS feed, if at any time you need to edit this, then you can. So if you have a Squarespace site, then you know your RSS feed is just a little bit different, and you want to make sure that you have that question mark format equals RSS. For WordPress users, I know you're able to copy and just copy your URL and do feed, and that brings it in. So you want to check per platform how that RSS feed will come in, and make sure anytime you make changes that you save it. For social profiles, you can add them in the social profile settings. On the Pro plan, you can add up to 8 social profiles. For the basic plan, I believe it's 3 to 5. So you'll be able to check how many social profiles you have here. And of course, again, if you add another blog under your Missinglettr account, you can select which social networks goes with that blog. And the only thing that is counted as whole is to have up to 8 social profiles and that social post quota. Under date and time settings, you'll be able to check your time zone, choose the days of the weeks that you want to publish, so you can unselect days or select them. Blacklist days can be holidays. It can be days that you don't want any content to go out. Maybe you're closed or you're not available for questions or Christmas, New Year's, those things. Then you can choose times you can remove and you can add. Again, when you make changes, always make sure you save. For your scheduled templates, this gives you the different post days. So we have 12-month evergreen. It's for 365 days. It's going to give you just a little bit more at the start, and then it will start to trickle out. You can update the number of posts that you want and then post schedules. So maybe you want to do instead 12, then we could go ahead and do 12, and you'll see as you add days, it will add more posts here. As you take away, it will take them away. And then you have 6-month evergreen, a 2-month blast, 2-week blast, and 2-week light. So this is only about 4 posts, and that's how it's scheduled: day 0, day 1, day 6, and day 14. If you want to create a custom schedule, then you can do that by clicking create new schedule. You'll have to add a name, how long it lasts, the number of posts you will like, and the post distribution. Do you want more at the start or more at the end? Next is campaign settings. Here you can have, if you want to use hashtags, enable hashtag suggestions, use meta keywords, use simple templates, allow quote, so you have default hashtags, and you're able to use a URL shortener. So I use Bitly, and I'm able to see through my Bitly dashboard what blog got the most clicks. Even though this information is still going to be in my website analytics, it pays to have it also in a easy to digest place. Bitly is literally telling me 20 people clicked on the link for this blog. That lets me know that my audience is looking for more content in that nature. You can use any of the shorteners that you would like. By default, you're going to use the letter, which is the Missinglettr shortener. You're able to turn on or turn off UTM campaign variables to be able to help with that tracking. I have content templates for any day. These are what will be pulled into your campaign. So this is sample text, but this is how it will look when it is added to your content, is added to it, and it's ready to go out. So if you wanted to use more emojis or have it set where the link is after the hashtags, or you'll be able to add your own template for that using Twitter handles, insert link, insert title, insert quote. So you're able to go ahead and create your own type of template that you will like your post to look like, to keep them more custom for you and not just a template that's kind of just running and doesn't match your brand feel. For quote bubble templates, this is what is active currently on the site. So we changed this, we added this when we did the first setup. Here you can look at the themes that are available. You can activate them for this blog site. There's also a theme library that you could go through and update these posts, the way they look, the colors to match your brand, and use them as posts for social media. And then you have your branding settings that we set previously. And then we have blacklist phrases. So any phrase that you want to not have in your social media feed, you can go ahead and add those here. So next, on the right hand side, you'll see my account, where you will have a link to be able to go to your dashboard and the My Account. This will open up your settings for your actual Missinglettr account. You'll be able to see your subscription information. You'll be able to see your card, how many content sources you have left. You have 3, so you're able to add 3 blogs to this site. You have unlimited users. Your social profiles, they allow you for 8, so we're currently at 12%. Scheduled posts, those will always be here. And then you do have the option to add offers as they become available here. So if it's a quick upsell to be able to add more social profiles or content sources, then you'll be able to purchase those add-ons. On the left-hand side in your menu, your profile is what we had updated for first name, last name, email, and the image that they're using. If you have team members, you can add them under team and add their email address. Next. And that adds your new team member. You can click close and it's here. You can change your access, you can resend this invite, or you can remove them. Next is social accounts. This is where you can add your additional social accounts. This is where you can change your social accounts and edit them. So if you need to re-authenticate them, you can do that under social accounts. Billing is where you'll find your subscription information. Communication lets you know which emails that you would like to receive from them. And then change password obviously changes the password to your site. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the Missinglettr dashboard. So now back at our dashboard, it has had time to go through and it's notifies us that we have a pending campaign. We have 1 campaign to review. The campaign shows up at the bottom here. And then on the left side menu under campaigns, you also see a number 1 next to review. So we'll click review and it'll bring us to our pending campaigns where we can review the campaign. The other settings is to view the original article, reject the campaign, or regenerate. So we're going to review it. That will bring us to our hashtags where we can go ahead and make sure we have the correct hashtags. And you'll see popularity over here. It has a hashtag popularity score of 5 out of 5. The higher the number, the more popular it's likely to be. But even in that, Shopify is a very complex, so to say, hashtag. Shopify is a general one, but there are so many broken down. So Shopify may not rank on here, but we know that it performs very well. So we can add up to 3 hashtags to this particular campaign. Once you're happy with your hashtags, you'll click next. That will bring you to reviewing your campaign, and you have a rundown of all of the posts available for this blog post that they kind of pulled in. One thing that I love to do is to come up here and choose my favorite quotes. With choosing the favorite quotes, I am able to have a bit more control over what is being sent out. So some stuff doesn't need to go out or doesn't really make sense by itself. So we want this to still be engaging and informative for that. So we're going to select the ones that we like. You can also add a custom entry. I'm going to do a custom one and it'll pop up here. And I'll go ahead and save it. So now I can apply it to the campaign slots. It's going to tell me that this will remove all the content already assigned. I'm going to click yes. That is okay. And it will regenerate this campaign. And you'll see those content templates are here. So it'll show you the quote that's going to go out, the link, the image. If you don't want the image or you want to change the image to something that is on the page, then you can do that. You can also not have an image at all. So we won't have an image. We can do a custom image or quote bubble. We can also change the quote. And this will kind of cycle through that. You can also manually edit. And for Facebook profiles, you will need to click on the profile picture and copy and paste the content in, because Facebook has now changed the permissions where you have to create the content yourself. You have to go in and type the information yourself. So Missinglettr makes that easy by just copying and pasting it into a box, saving it for that profile. So there's no extra step outside of Missinglettr that you will need to do. So once you go through and you see how you like everything and maybe what you don't like, you could go through, and once this is set, you'll see a green a green background to these social platforms. So I only have Twitter on here, but Twitter has turned from blue to green here. So that lets me know that this one is ready to be posted. And then I would click next once I am happy with these posts. And we can set a start date, which today we can start it today, or you can start it any day in the future. And then if it is something that's time sensitive, you can do a stop date, so it won't send out any content past that day. If not, you can leave it empty. And then here, if you want to boost the campaign, you can republish it to Medium, and you'll do that by clicking connect and adding it there. Then we'll click approve campaign, and now we see this in our active campaign. You will also be able to see and view scheduled content, that calendar where every post is set to go out for this campaign. So that is Missinglettr. Coming back to the dashboard, it's updated for the campaigns that are running and when the next post is set to go out. So hopefully this helped you make the switch to Missinglettr and take care of this portion of social media for your blog. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'm happy to help. Make sure that you grab your free 50% off your first 3 months of Missinglettr. That is a special offer that they have given me to be able to help my audience get started with Missinglettr. So that is a great way to go if you are ready to get started. The link is in the blog post and in the video description.